Hi class, this is teacher Jerilyn again, and welcome to our week 3 discussion in computer system servicing. Your topic for this week is all about networking hardware requirements. For your learning competencies, plan and prepare for the maintenance of computer systems and networks. Specifically, identify tools in maintaining computer and network systems, and inspect testing equipment or devices. Here are your guide questions. What are the commonly used equipment devices to set up a computer network? What do you need to set up network connections? Without further ado, we will now discuss the networking hardware requirements. First, we have DSL or cable modem. So we will be also discussing its purpose on the next column here. So a DSL or cable modem connects your computer to a high-speed DSL or cable internet connection. So modem is for your internet connection. Although dial-up modems are still available for slower dial-up internet connections, the connection speeds are far too slow for a home network. We will be also needing wired or wireless router. A wired or wireless router connects your DSL or cable modem to your home network. Many DSL or cable modems now have built-in routers that allow you to connect your network directly to your internet connection. That is why others are confused with modem and router, because other modems already have the built-in router itself. But when we talk about the router, it is the device that connects your computers in a home network, while modem connects to the internet. Next, we have the wired or wireless network adapters. In our picture, we have here a wired network adapter, or others call this also LAN. So a wired or wireless network adapter is the device in your computer, like for example, printers, gaming consoles, and other networking equipment that connects computers to your network. And of course, the Ethernet cables. Ethernet cabling is used to connect your wired network adapters to a router or network switch. Even if you are using a wireless router, you will need at least one Ethernet cable to connect your wireless router to your DSL or cable modem. So here are important things that we should know about the router. Connects all your computers to one another either through Ethernet cables or wireless connection. A router is different than a modem. As what I have told you earlier, your modem connects you to the internet, while your router connects your computers to one another. Devices that connect to your router, that is the computers, tablets, smartphones, DVRs, game systems, and so on, are called clients. So any device connected to your router is called client. Clients within the network get a local IP address, while your modem gets a global IP address. So if you are to compare a global IP address, they are like the street addresses, while local IP addresses are like your apartment numbers. So local IP address is more specific than the global IP addresses. Alright, so for you to visualize our network, let us look at this diagram first. So we have here the different devices. We have the server, the printer, your laptop, your desktops. You also have your printer, your tablet, your smartphones, and then your laptop. We have the switch here. Our switch connects multiple clients or devices in our network. And then also the router, the modem, and the internet. So again, our modem connects to the internet while our router connects to the different clients. So again, when we say clients, those are the devices connected to our computer network. It may be wired, like this one, or wireless. So your modem gets the global IP address, while your clients or the devices connected to your network gets the local IP addresses. Now let's have a thought about wireless throughput. Throughput is the speed at which a router can transfer data. Again, throughput is not a device, but it is the speed at which a router can transfer data, a term used for the speed. The transfer speed of your wireless connection is dependent on the wireless standard it uses. So the most common standards today are 802.11g and 802.11n, or wireless G and wireless N. Wireless N is faster than wireless G, though routers that support wireless N are also more expensive. Of course, the faster it is, the more expensive it is. Most new devices like smartphones and laptops support the faster wireless N. So if we have the wireless throughput, we also have our wired throughput. The wired half of your router will come in 1-2 speeds, 10/100 Mbps and 10/100 in 1000 Mbps, or also known as gigabit. 10/100 routers are cheaper but will not transfer data between computers as quickly as gigabit routers will. If you're only using your router to connect to the internet, 10/100 is fine, since your internet connection is probably slower than 100 Mbps, meaning you will not be able to take advantage of the router's full speed. If you are transferring data between computers, however, you may want to go with a gigabit router since it will transfer that much data faster than the 10/100 model. And now let's talk about the range. Wireless routers can only reach a limited area of distance. If you have a big house and have the router on one side, you might not be able to access the network from the other side of the house. So your range, like your speed, is determined by the wireless standard you use. Wireless N has a longer range than wireless G. So if range is important, you will want to use the wireless N instead of the wireless G. Aside from that, you can also use wireless extenders, or others call it wireless repeaters. So they are products you can buy that do exactly what the man will say to extend your network further. Now let's talk about the number of ports. So routers have two types of ports in the back, the LAN port and the WAN ports. Your WAN port hooks up to your modem, and again, your modem connects to the internet, while the LAN ports hook up to your computers and other clients. This one Most routers have one port, but you will need as many LAN ports as the wired devices you have. If you have more wired devices that can fit on a router, you can plug them all in using a wired switch, the one I have showed you earlier in our diagram. A switch is like a power strip for your router. It lets you plug in more devices than the router originally allowed. You must also have an idea about the wireless security. You should always protect your wireless network with a password. WPA2 is currently the most secure type of wireless encryption, so make sure you use WPA2 if you can. Some old wireless devices do not support WPA, in which case you will have to use the less secure WEP instead. Basically, every device made in the last 4 years supports WPA2 encryption. And let me show you here sample network component specifications. The specifications will be discussed for week 4. So we have here the modems, cable, network adapters, the hub or the switch, and then the power. We will discuss more of this in our next topic. And that's it for your week 3. Let's check if you have learned something in our discussion today. As a recap, the commonly used equipment or devices to set up computer network or DSL or cable modem, wired or wireless router, wired or wireless network adapter, and Ethernet cables. To set up network connections, as an ICT student, you must learn router basics, ideas about wired or wireless throughput, the range, ports, wireless security, and even the component specifications. And now it's time for your activities. So refer to your learning activity sheets, answer activities 1 and 2 on pages 3 to 4, as well as the reflection found on page 4. So that would be all for this week class. Thank you for watching and goodbye.